I don't know if this worked. Maybe someone's out there, maybe no one is. Either way, we're here.
We're here.
And we're gonna talk and read.
Let's see. We're here. Okay. We get the same phone?
I don't know. Do you have an SE?
Yeah, it's a red one?
Yes! We have the same phone. That's crazy. I've got this.
It was the cheapest. I got it
Yep.
because it was...
That's what my other phone was like. So my last phone was a 5 SE. She was a little elderly, right? And she got to the point she'd switched batteries like maybe 2 times or something already, and then the battery started going to the point where like it would be 100%. I would walk across campus, die. Dead. I didn't look at anything. It would just die. I was like, this is unacceptable. So it was like permanently connected to one of the like portable chargers, and I was like, I can't live like this. So we finally upgraded. But yeah,
I had literally from like 2016 until like 2021, I had the 6S.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was like, what the heck? How do you still have a 6S? Like, da-da-da-da. And I was like, it works.
It works.
That's what I needed to do. Hey, Bailey! Yay. And then I upgraded to this one. And I chose it because John has the same one, but in black.
Mm-hmm.
And I chose the red one because the guy was like, we only have black or red. And I was like, well, what is the red one? And he was like, oh, well, I think the red one is like the edition that like Apple gives part of the money back to like AIDS research or whatever it is. And I was like, give me the red one. I don't care.
Yeah. For me and the colors, we went to the store, and again, my other phone was not cutting it. And they were like, well, we're all out of SEs. And the fastest one to come in will be a red one. And I was like, I'll take it.
Perfect.
So that's where I am. What's everybody going to be reading today? You should let us know. I guess we should go over what we're going to be reading because we already talked about it, but the people, they don't know. So I'm probably going to be working on Little Women. What are you going to be working on out of your 3 Discovery of Witches?
Yeah, I'm probably going to be reading, if I physically read, I'm going to be reading A Discovery of Witches. If I listen to my audiobook at any point, I'm reading A Mother's Reckoning, which is by Sue Klebold, who is the mom of one of the Columbine. I feel weird talking about it. Yeah, it's just the mom of one of the Columbine shooters. It's nonfiction. She's telling her side of the situation.
Her side. I'm not reading. I'm at Starbucks. That's fair. You're just hanging out with us. That's fine. I'm not sure how much reading will actually get done. It kind of depends on how we feel. But we got to get some done because you've got books to finish this month.
Yeah.
Although if you don't finish them, like, are you far enough in where it wouldn't count for whatever-a-thon, or do you have enough that it would count?
Well, Discovery of Witches definitely if I don't finish and I don't make it very
count.
But my arc that I'm reading, my e-arc that I'm reading, I think right now I'm 45%, and I read it every night, so I'm probably gonna finish. And if not, I'll have like 10-15% left. My audiobook, I'm definitely gonna finish it. I'm only like 30% of the way through, but I listen to my audiobook when I'm doing other things, so I'm definitely gonna finish that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to finish any of the books I'm in the middle of, but I, for the past week, went on like an absolute run and finished all the books that I was like very much in the middle of for like the latter half of the month. So I feel okay going into it. But also, sorry for anybody who saw my spam updates on Goodreads yesterday. I hadn't updated in like a while because the next book that I had to update on, and I like to go in chronological order, was one of my NetGalley arcs, and I write a more thorough review of that, and I was too lazy to do so. So I waited for like 2 weeks to update Goodreads.
That's where I was like, how did Martine finish? Because I only saw 3 of however many you updated. And I was like, how did she finish 3 books today? I don't know. This is crazy.
Yeah, no, I updated like 12 reads. And I was like, promise I didn't read all these right now, but I read them at some point.
That actually makes so much sense because I did look at your yearly challenge and I was like, when did she read this book? And I don't remember what it was. But I looked at it and I was like, when specifically did she read this? Because she did not talk about it and I need to.
Yeah, no, I filmed a life update because I've like not been filming for the month of May. So I filmed a life update yesterday, and part of it is just a bunch of recent reads because I was like, I can't make separate videos for each 5 of these because like I'm already so behind on videos and this is not going to help me.
Yeah.
So you'll probably hear about those eventually. Although if you never hear about it but you see it on Goodreads, it is in my 12 TBRs of Christmas. You just won't know which one.
Okay. That's good to know. So I'll have to wait for a long time to find out.
Yes, you will.
Great.
I actually haven't been on Goodreads. I've left a lot for you to think about on Goodreads, Bailey. I'm glad this isn't the month that you picked my name because I've been terrible about updating. And I'm usually so good.
I'm hoping. I was looking at my Goodreads last night. I am kind of hoping I'm not who Bailey picked this month, just based on my 5 stars. Like, because one of them she's already read, and
Mhm.
the other 3 that I have so far, which are probably going to be the only ones, I don't want her to read any of them.
Yeah,
Like, I honestly do not want her to read any of them.
that's
So,
fair.
I hope it's not me, but if it's me, can I get a respin?
I am so glad she landed on the month she did for me because there have been other months this year where I've rated a book 5 stars and it's been for one of my 12 TBRs of Christmas. So y'all won't hear about it until the end of the year, maybe beginning of next year. And if she'd read one of those, I don't know what I would have done. So
Oh, you would have had to re-edit the vlog if you already have, and then like, hey, Bailey read this too.
yeah, I was like, this cannot happen. So way to call me out. I am definitely still posting. I don't know what was like. I was on something different in April. I was filming too much. I was
Yeah,
filming way too much.
I watched something and I was like, wait, when did this video get posted? And then I looked and I was like, it got posted today. and, and then yesterday they were like, oh, I haven't like filmed anything in May, and I was like, but you're posting. And then I went on a crisis of wanting to like batch edit or batch film to have things uploaded. Then it was a whole thing.
I'm sorry, I caused distress. We had talked about this over a chat before about how like I have way too many and then I'm not posting it like when things are happening, so then I feel super behind. Like I still have not posted the vlog for Amy's 48-hour readathon yet. And I don't know, like it's just gonna be so late. So I'm trying to catch up. And then once I catch up, I'm hoping to stay pretty much caught up. And like I could have sit down videos pre-batched if I want them, but like the vlogs need to be a little more on top of the moment, you know?
Yeah,
Cuz it's a hot mess right now. But
that's fine. You're racking subscribers, so it's okay.
yeah, I mean, it has been nice to have a break from filming, I think. Even though I've been all over TikTok, like absolutely unhinged. But no, it's been nice. And this was the time last year where I took like a full stop break from YouTube. So it's like
Mhm.
a little reminiscent of that without actually going dark, which is nice.
Yeah.
I would love people to predict what I'm doing because I bet you can't actually.
No.
Like,
Okay, I could, and then you just said that, so now I'm nervous.
yeah, no, I specifically, some of them last year were like really basic concepts. So, like, Bailey guessed the twins one and she didn't even know what I was doing, right? Um, but this year, I'm like, it's got to be really random. So they're all just kind of all over the place. And I haven't even finished planning all of them. So, like, I don't even know what it's going to be.
Okay. I really want to like batch film where I'd like batch film like a bunch of sit down videos and then I
Mhm,
can vlog that way because I I film, edit, and upload on my phone because I do not have an Apple capable iMovie situation anywhere else that has storage.
mhm.
Um, so I'm constantly offloading all of my apps, making sure there are no pictures, there are pictures I do not need are deleted. So I have space to like download the video.
Mhm.
So it's very hard to do that. It's very hard to be like, oh, I'm filming a vlog, but I need to go film a sit down video and then the whole thing. Um, so I need to figure that out because my vlog game is so lacking because I'm trying to get those sit down videos out
Mhm.
and then it's just like, well, I need to film 2 sit down videos this week, but I don't have enough space on my phone to film a vlog. So I guess people are getting 2 sit down videos and no vlog because I can't film it.
Yeah, it was a bit of an investment. I think I used, like, an Amazon gift card when I had one for it, but the best thing I've ever done for content creation in general was get my external hard drive, 'cause it's everything. Like, I straight up couldn't do anything I do without my external hard drive now. Like, it's everything to me.
Because I think I have one. Because John does not use it, and so
Mhm,
I think I can like see it where I'm sitting. But like the computer we have does not obviously have iMovie, and
mhm,
not the laptop we have is actually just really bad. I need to get a new one, but I don't want to make that investment for a Mac.
mhm.
So it's like, well, then do I get a good laptop that's not a Mac, and then and then buy a new like software
Mhm.
the whole thing that I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no, that stresses me out to think about that. She's not doing 5 stars in June, so we can breathe easy.
Oh, but watch June be my best month because
Right?
it's some really, really, really good things in June.
Now we all have to have, like, a million 5 stars in June, be like, "This is the pot that Bailey will have to pick from at the end of the year when we do the, like, read our friends one."
Write that down.
Um, Bailey, you do such a great job of spoiling my videos, but I took an accidental break this time last year, and I'm also taking an unplanned break right now. One rarely plans to take a break, I feel like. One is
I
often forced by the universe to take a break.
mhm. My last break was forced by the universe. But I feel like I accidentally take a break every like 7 or 8 months.
Mhm.
I'm just like, I'm busy. I went on vacation. I didn't want to do it. I didn't read. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's the only good time for me to be, like, so behind on vlogs. Because like, it was crazy. I don't think for the past 2 years that I've done a readathon that I haven't filmed, but when I did Bookathon this month, I did not film it at all. Because I was
oh,
like, "I'm not filming anything," and it was the weirdest feeling.
you're like, what? Who's gonna see my reads?
Yeah, I actually failed the readathon because I was like, "It doesn't matter anyway."
I honestly think that that's why I rarely do readathons because I rarely vlog them because I just don't think about it until like I'm already in it.
Mhm,
And that's why I like have this mindset of like readathons don't unless it's my own. My own I'll do it. But
mhm,
like I always go, readathons don't really what am I getting out of this?
mhm.
Nothing. But I'm getting to read, you know?
Yeah, no, I always look at readathons as, like, really good content moments because like I don't have to think of the idea. Like somebody else is giving me like, here's what you read, and I'm like, okay, I'll read it. The end.
Dang. Are you gonna vlog whatever-a-thon?
Yeah, I I think I have to decide like how often I'm going to end a vlog depending on how much footage I get instead of trying to be like, okay, it's going to be weekly or like 2 a week or something. Like I just have to wait and see because since I haven't been filming, I'm like, am I just going to start talking nonstop? Like, have I forgotten how to review a book or something? I don't know. So,
I feel like I would want I for me, I would want to do weekly, but I don't know because you brought up the idea of like you don't know how long the vlog would be, but I feel like after for me at least, like for you, I would definitely watch them if they were more than weekly. But for me, I wouldn't know if I would want to post like, oh, okay, well, it's only been 4 days and I finished 3 books. Like that's a vlog. You know,
Mhm.
I feel like that would be too much.
Mhm.
But it also could be good because then I could like have an excess amount of vlogs ready to go for the month. I
Yeah. And my thing is like June, I will be doing some other things, but I'm also off of school. So like if I read a ton, I don't want to have to review like 10 books in one vlog. Like I hate when my vlogs are long. Other people, I'll watch long vlogs. I cannot stand if mine are like more than 16 minutes.
okay.
So we'll have to see. And I feel like my reviews are getting longer and longer, and every time I'm editing, I'm like, stop talking.
Like, what can I delete out of what you just said?
Yeah, so I don't know. It's a whole conundrum. I'm just trying to figure out what works. All right. Do we want to do a first reading sprint?
I guess. Just kidding. Yeah, sure.
What like length of time are you feeling?
Um, not a 45.
No, I'm feeling a shorter
Okay, yeah. Anything is good. 20 minutes? 25
20
minutes.
minutes we can do. Let me figure out how to pull up a timer. How do I do this?
Oh,
No, that was wrong. How do I share my screen?
I don't do this on a laptop, so I honestly don't know.
Oh, share, the share button. First, I should pull up a timer. How about?
My hair is annoying. I can make a little ponytail now.
That's exciting.
Does it look cute? No.
That's why I just always cut it again because, like, it's bad. But I just got it cut, so it feels fine.
But I'm trying to grow my hair out, so it's at the length that is annoying to me.
Mhm.
Deal with it.
Yeah, I feel fortunate that I don't wanna grow my hair out. Okay, share screen. Screen sharing is easiest. I'm reading the instructions. I don't care. Okay, share screen. Can I wanna can I how do I
How do I help?
All right,
Wow.
we did it. All right, 20-minute sprint. Let's go. Beep, 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 beep.
Hello.
Hello. How did your reading go?
I listened to my audiobook while I ate my breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting. Um, I was 37%, and now I'm 42%.
Nice.
And I also just had a nice chit chat with Ruby and saved some silly little funny photos onto my phone.
Nice. I read 19 pages of Little Women, so that's good. There was finally a scene that hasn't been in any of the adaptations that I've seen, and it made me so happy.
I've never read Little Women, so
Neither have I, but I know that I'm going to love it because one of the only movies I've ever sobbed to in my entire life is the most recent adaptation of Little Women. It caught me off guard. I went to see it with my family and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be good. I like Little Women just fine. And then I was like ugly crying, and my sister was like, what is wrong with you?
you're like,
So
oh.
yeah, I was out of my mind. And I didn't sob that same way when I rewatched it, but I did shed a few tears, which still for me is big. So
Okay. I haven't seen the new one all the way through. I was sitting with my mom and it came on and she
mhm.
started watching it. And then it got to a certain point and she changed the channel because I think the news was coming on or something. So we didn't get very far, but it was weird. Like not in a bad way, but in the way that like the Winona Ryder Christian Bale one I saw a bunch of times.
Mhm.
And then this is not that version that I was just like, these people are right. I couldn't
Yeah,
get I couldn't get into the fantasy.
I got you. I got you. See, I was really young when I'd watched other adaptations, and then like I've seen the opera and I've seen the musical. So like I've seen lots of different versions of it. So I guess I was just like, yeah, whatever, different version. So far, from what I remember of this newest adaptation and reading this now, it is very true to the book, which is interesting. So,
Okay.
but I don't know if the other adaptations are as well because it's been a while since I've seen any of the others. But like when I was reading the first chapter of this the other day, I was like, I can see them saying these lines. Like they for sure said this exact line. So I'm liking it.
One day I'll read Little Women.
Yeah, I wanted to read it this summer because I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And then two things happened in quick succession. One, I went on a walk with a family friend and we were talking about how I wanted to read Little Women. And she was like, well, if I lent my copy to you, would you read it? And I said, yes, when people lend me books, I read them like immediately because I feel like I have to give them their book back. And she was like,
Yeah.
okay, then I'm going to lend you my copy of Little Women. And I was like, okay. And then, like, the day after that, I got invited to the June read along on Goodreads. And I was like,
It's a
here I
sign.
am being told by the universe to read Little Women. So that's what I'm doing.
I'm like trying to think of anything I've been like forced upon to read, and I don't think there's anything that's like that I've gotten my hands on, and then someone immediately was like, "Hey, we're reading this for a book club or whatever."
Yeah, usually my fortune does not work out that way, but it did this time. And I was like, the people know. They know.
Like my fortune with Portrait of a Thief
hmm
reads half of the
Awesome.
book, loan goes away. 5-week hold on the loan.
Yeah, my library doesn't even have it.
This is why I like having 3 separate libraries on my Libby,
hmm
which reminds me I need to find one library card and re-verify my card because it hates me right now. But one of my libraries is really bad, like has
hmm
nothing, like loans don't last very long, can never find anything. But then my other two, fantastic,
hmm
like the best because one is a metropolitan area and the other is the entirety of the military.
Yeah, I would hope they had a good selection.
I can find all my like LGBT young adult books though on my Houston library card.
Mhm.
because library sucks.
Yeah. I feel like my library has, like, a pretty good selection, and, like, sometimes I'm like, "Oh, heck yes. They got the good stuff," and then sometimes I'm like, "Not all of the good stuff," you know?
Mhm.
So and because 'cause I've been hearing good reviews about Portrait of a Thief, but I don't have any way of reading it.
I I've been seeing both great and bad reviews.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm,
So I'm nervous.
yeah. I mean, it's like it's a heist book, right?
Mhm.
Which is, like, my thing, like, I was very upset that I that my library didn't have it so I could read it for book club, but
You could be like Ashley and read it later and come
yeah,
back.
I mean, I'll probably read it later if my library ever gets it or something, but I was just like, "No." But we both have upcoming picks. I don't even know if does my library have the book that you picked? I think they do, but there might be, like, a really long wait on it.
So as of right now, I think my library has your pick and Nicoletta's pick,
Mhm.
but not my pick. And so, is this a sign that I have to go buy my own pick so I own it?
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
gonna
I'm stupid, I can see the cover, but what's the title of your pick again?
Dead Silence.
Right, Dead Silence. Yeah, they have it I should oh, I can't place a hold on it right now because all of my hold spots are filled.
Then put it your tags. I have a tag on my Libby that says "come back to."
I mean, that's what my wish list is, but it has, like, 1,000 books on it.
Oh, maybe make like a new one, like book club. Um,
Yeah, I just my conundrum is, this summer, I wanna read a ton of my physical books because I acquired too many while I was at school this year. Like, the number of Dollar Tree hauls y'all are gonna get this month is upsetting, frankly.
Yay!
Um, to the point where I had split some into multiple to make multiple videos, and then I had too many, and I was like, "Just shove books in the" so, like, the stacks of books sitting on my bedroom floor right now, not great. So I wanna read physical books, but that means that I'm pushing off my library holds, and so they're stacking up, so now I have, like, no room left in the holds, which is upsetting, and then Stasia and Rylan went and announced the Back to Kindle readathon, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
So
I didn't participate last time, but
I did, and I'm going to this time, but like, hopefully. No, I say hopefully low key participate, but also they did this secret prompt thing, and I want the secret prompts. So I don't know what to do. Just read a whole ton and make it like half physical book, half ebook. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to pick like shorter ebooks for the prompts, but
uh, I haven't even looked at the prompts, so I need to. If I decide to do it, I need to hustle and figure that out.
yeah, I mean, it's 9 prompts for a month, which isn't like too bad. Although they don't really want you to double up, which is
Mm-hmm.
like, oh no. Because then I have the whatever-a-thon bingo board too, and I want to get our team all the points.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know. Except that I'm looking around at all these books in my room, and I feel like I don't have very many queer ones right now, which is not okay. But I placed like an upsettingly large Amazon order for Alice Oseman books the other day.
See.
So all the queer books I could ever need will be arriving sometime in early June, hopefully. But they're all on like back order right now. And also, I think they're all like the UK editions because a lot of them might not have US editions, so they're taking forever to get here, which is upsetting. But
Um, Side question,
yes.
because Alice, you saying Alice Osmond reminded me that you finished all of your like friends' favorites, right? Like reading your friends' favorites.
Hmm.
Okay, I have not. I've read two. I keep putting them off.
Mhm.
So I need to figure that out.
Is this you implying that you're reading Alice Oseman for my pick?
I didn't mean to, but I guess yes.
Because I would die of happiness. I mean, Bailey also liked the Alice Oseman books that I've liked, and
Uh,
Bailey and I are hopefully going to buddy read Nick and Charlie soon, whenever it gets here.
See, for you, I was gonna pick Three Dark Crowns, but then I didn't want to start a new series.
That's fair. The thing that got me about Three Dark Crowns is it's a genre I don't like at all, and I could not stop reading it, which was very surprising for me. And then the ending, the fact that I remember what happens in the end of it is a true miracle for me because I just don't remember books. But the plot twist that happened at the end, I still remember so vividly.
That's my favorite thing when I'm reading, is like remembering, like way later, remembering one specific thing that happened in the book, and you're like, revolutionary.
Yeah. Meanwhile, every other book that I've read in the past year, I'm like, cannot tell you what happened in this book. Don't know anything about it. Know that I read it. Don't even accurately know what I rated it. This has happened too many times where Amy from A Star reads a book, she tells it like, and I'm like, yeah, I agree in the comments. Then I go and look up my rating for it. It was totally different. I don't remember what I rate things. It's bad. Back to Kindle keeps happening when I can't. That's very frustrating. I shouldn't be doing it this month, but I'm gonna. Mine is probably like a week behind yours getting here. Yes, I'll be patient and wait for you because I do want to buddy read it. But know that it will hurt me a little bit. Uh, but I could also always read just a different Alice Oseman book in the time while I'm waiting for you to get Nick and Charlie. So
Now, is Nick and Charlie like them as adults? What's the.
Nick and Charlie is when Nick goes to college. Charlie's still in high school. So it's a novella that takes place then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The only like look that we've gotten into their adulthoods is when Alice does like a random comic.
Mm-hmm.
But those are so cute too.
Because
So,
Nick's got like a beard, doesn't he?
yeah, he does. That I don't agree with. Like it fits with the character, but I disagree. But it's also cute and I love it because I feel like especially when we're looking at queer literature to have these people that are like canonically together forever is
Mm-hmm.
just so sweet. I love them.
Wow.
Wow. Kayla's like, I did not sign up to do reading sprints with you just for you to still talk about art stuff.
No. Okay, here's the thing. I love everybody's obsession with it. I love your obsession with it. I support it. I love it. Whatever. I shouldn't have said whatever. That sounded really right. But I, for some reason, I'm not getting into that like revolutionary like obsession. And I watched the show. I watched it in like a day. Very good. I really liked it. I read all the comics that had come out up to last year.
Mm-hmm.
I read them all on Webtoon or whatever. I need to see where I am to see if I need to catch up. I like the story. I just cannot get into like the thing about it. And I wish I could, but I can't.
Yeah. No, I think it's a mixed bag for me when I talk to people about it because like so for instance Harris, our good buddy Harris.
I have to fight Harris. Like, what are you gonna say?
No, so he's just very technically minded about film, which is annoying because that means we like totally different things in TV shows and movies. Because he's very concerned with like production quality and he has very specific tastes about those things because he's also got his home theater. So it's like it's really big and it's very loud and so he sees and hears everything and like he's worked in tech before, so if something's like mixed weird, he hears it. Like he hears it's weird. Anyway, so he watched Heartstopper because I asked him to, and he was like, "Yeah, it's fine." And I was like, "Okay, well, get out."
Block
Um,
or delete.
uh, and he was talking about some of the choices that they made, um, that he didn't like about it. For instance, some of the ways they shot things, okay, it's a little shaky. More and more, the more edits I make, as I have to zoom in to fit the TikTok size, and then I'm like chasing them around the screen.
Uh,
Uh, and I guess since he watched it so big, it was like particularly obvious for him. On the other hand, it lends it this like um, charming quality to me. Um, but I also think it depends, like, what your experience was like, uh, growing up. So, like, I can relate to Nick's process so much because I was like, "Yep, herpty derpty, I'm just over here." And then at one point in school, I was like, my friend at the time, I was like, "This friend is a girl, but I think I like this girl, but that's confusing because," and so it's like that, and going through that experience and then seeing that is very, I don't know, it hit me really hard. And it doesn't always hit everybody, but I know that it hit me.
yeah. I think um to compare like that, I think it didn't that whole like Nick's thing, like you said about him like la 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 la, I don't know. Well, actually, wow, maybe I do know. I didn't really feel that because like my brother's 6 years older than me, right?
Mhm,
And I was in the 7th grade when he came out. So he
mhm,
was however old that is, like an adult. Um, and so it was always like by the time I got to where I could understand that stuff, my brother had already come out.
mhm.
And like, oh, whatever. And I have all these friends. And so it's like, yeah, like I do like boys and I do like girls. Like I get like that. I, I don't fit in with my friends because they're not girls, but they're boys that like boys. But you know what I mean? It's not like a weird thing. It was just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely, and I also think, like, it was weird for me because growing up, I had this person who was identical to me, right?
Oh,
And we were very different in this way, and I was like, "I know there's something different between the 2 of us, but, like, it's hard to describe." And you're also comparing yourself, at least in my experience, you're comparing yourself to your twin all the time. And you do something differently from your twin, you feel like you're doing something wrong. And people always like to point out the things about you that are different. Um, and so I think in some ways that like contributed to my experience. And it's also weird because I was talking to Michaela after we watched Heartstopper, and I was like, "Well, growing up, did you ever Google like, am I gay or anything?" And she's like, "No, because I'm not." And I was like, "Yeah, okay. Well, there's a part of me that once believed everybody had a moment where they Googled that, you know." Um, so I think that misunderstanding, and it's been cool to talk to her about it and find out what our different experiences have been like with me being part of the queer community and her not. Um, because we grew up in like the same environment, but seeing those differences, like they're very clear, you know.
mhm. Wow.
I really love the Ozone verse, but I don't have an obsessive personality. I'm a very obsessive person, so I can't be
See,
stopped.
that's the other thing. I have hyperfixations. I obsess over every single thing ever. And I'm surprised that this is not something. I think it's because everybody like I'm not trying to be like I'm a cool kid, like what other people don't like, but I think because there are so many people that like this, I couldn't get into like the craziness that some people go to.
Mhm,
Like, here's all the drawings I made. Here's all the things I wrote about them. Like, I don't do things like that. I just look and go, wow, I love
mhm,
um because like I obsess over everything.
mhm,
I've seen like literally I could name 5 movies that I know word for word because I had a hyperfixation on them at one point
mhm,
and watched them every day for years.
mhm.
My favorite thing.
I also think hyperfixations are weird because it's like sometimes they're really random. Like you're going about your life and you're like, this thing is not going to change who I am. And then it does. You know what I mean?
Like the day I was like, my brother and I were gonna go to the movies, and he was like, "Oh, I want to see A Quiet Place too," and I was like, "No, I want to see Old because Gael Garcia Bernal is in Old," and da da da. And he was like, "No, no, no, let's go see Quiet Place too." And I said, "Okay." And then in the theater, I went, "Oh, that man is nice looking with his nasty, icky beard." And then now my life is Cillian Murphy. I
That's
don't.
all it is.
That's all it took.
So I also think like going in expecting to love it as much as other people like takes away from that somewhat. You know what I mean? Like if other people are losing their minds about it, it's like comparing yourself to that brings it down a little. Like when people tell me I'm going to cry, well, nobody does because I don't. But like if people were to say to me, even me to myself, like you're gonna cry at this movie, there's no way I'm crying watching that movie. Like my brain's like, nope, you you will not be participating. You know what I mean?
It's like you already told me that I could, so I'm not gonna.
Right. Hi Nessa. How are you? Oh man. What do you want to talk about? We've talked about me enough.
Oh, I feel like I always talk about me, so I'm okay that we didn't. But because I don't really have a lot to say. Oh, actually, this is silly, and I'm so sorry that I'm showing this. But one of the things that I saw on Facebook while I was absentmindedly scrolling Facebook, waiting for someone to text me back, someone posted these. Are you familiar with I hate that I'm saying this because I feel like you should be, but you might not be. I don't know. Are you familiar with Courage the Cowardly Dog?
No.
What the Can I leave? How do I leave this chat?
No, stay.
What? Okay. Oh, were you a cable kid or a PBS kid?
PBS.
Okay. I was both. I like to watch PBS, but I had both. Courage was on Cartoon Network. And
Oh
I
yeah, I
don't know
wasn't allowed to watch Cartoon Network.
what? Okay. Um I forget that parents didn't just let their kids watch whatever because I did watch a lot of things when I shouldn't have. So Courage is a dog that lives with these two old people, and he has a lot of anxiety. He's the cowardly dog. The art style very scary. Actually, children should not have watched that. Well, I loved him. I found an edit where someone mixed the art style of Courage and Pokemon.
Okay.
So it's Courage. So this is Courage, his like world, but here's a picture of Psyduck drawn as if he were in Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I don't like that.
Okay, now where's Pikachu? Here's Pikachu.
Oh man.
Um
Okay, that one's less disturbing. Oh,
and then
I don't even know what I'm looking at there. Are those green things teeth?
um iconic. Iconic.
That's terrifying.
Um wow. Do
Hey,
we
you're
want
not alone. That used to be Nessa's show.
um real quick,
Yeah,
because I brought this up. Let's talk about the movies that I should not have watched as a child that my parents let me.
absolutely.
My favorite movie that I watched on my VHS tape in my room with my door closed because my parents didn't care. I watched Austin Powers as like a kindergartner.
I've still never seen that movie.
What? And then when Austin Powers the Gold Member one, the third movie with Beyonce, came out in like 2007, I was 10. And I'm like bebopping like to this Austin Powers movie with Beyonce as a 10-year-old. Across the Universe, which is a musical about the Beatles songs, and there's a Jude, there's a Lucy, there's a Max, there's a Prudence, whatever. Very 70s, it's set in the 70s, very like drug psychedelic. That movie came out in 2007. I watched that as a 10-year-old. That's my favorite movie. Number one favorite movie. What else? Honestly, you could name any probably inappropriate movie for a child, but not like the raunchy comedies. I don't like them.
Just the random ones?
Just the random ones.
How long have you all been on? A little over an hour, I would say. Kayla, I think we both suffer from the thing where we have an older siblings who never watch age appropriate things.
Mhm.
And see, my older brother was like obsessed with specific Disney movies. So like we watched Brother Bear too many times.
It makes me sad. I don't like that one.
It's so sad, but Phil Collins though.
That's true.
That's true.
Thinking of Disney and thinking of bears, my favorite Disney movie that I watch I still watch it all the time. Like sometimes I'm just sitting and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to Disney Plus and watch this movie. I love the Country Bears.
That's
my
a
favorite.
movie?
Yes. It's live action too. It's not animated. It's so good. The Country Bears favorite.
I went to Country Bear Jamboree for the first time in like a while, when I was at Disney for my graduation, and it is weird.
I didn't know until very recently that like Country Bears was like a thing at Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And like the characters that are in this are like the animatronic ones or whatever, or they were. I just thought it was silly. Like, because I've never been to Disney, so I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love the Country Bears.
It was funny though because we went and we hadn't gone to that attraction since I was like really little. So I had memories of going to the attraction, but then it had been like shut for a while or whatever. Anyway, so my sister and I were sitting there and we remembered going, but we didn't have any memory of like the content. And they started doing all their little really inappropriate songs. And my sister and I just like looked at each other and we were like, what? What? We were children. I was watching MTV in like second grade. You should sprint while I'm in Target. We'll see. My parents would let me watch anything. Cannot relate. I honestly, one of the biggest rebellions my sister and I ever staged that we didn't tell our parents about until like only a few years ago, maybe, is that when we were like 5, we would get up in the morning and our mom would be taking a walk on the treadmill. And we'd be like, okay, we got here in time. So we would go to the TV and we would turn it on and we would watch the credits, because that's all that was left, of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then Arthur would come on. And so our mom didn't know we watched any of Ninja Turtles, even though it was just the credits. And we felt so scandalous that we pulled this off and she never knew. But so guilty that we still told her a couple years ago.
I love that. That's cute.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, my parents, like, they honestly, because I think because, like, my brother was so much older than me, and my brother was such a good kid, like, if he did anything, it was, like, secret, like, my parents didn't know about, and I was the same way, like, we were really good kids, because we had undiagnosed anxiety, so we had to be good, or we would freak out, but it was just, like, they thought that we knew, and we kind of did, but they assumed that we knew what was good and bad and just trusted us. But and also our parents were so much older. Like I was born on my mom's 40th birthday.
Yeah, that's about when I was born in my mom's life. That's why I'm a twin.
Wait, what? You're a twin? Your mom was old?
Yeah, that is usually how identical twins work. Science. You too could have been a twin.
Oh, because your mom was probably had like a geriatric pregnancy. You have to get a lot of tests done.
Oh yeah, and I mean, like she was really scared before they found out we were twins because she was bleeding and she was like, I'm losing them. And then it was like, haha, no, there are 2 of us. And the best part is that my mom wanted at least 3 kids. My dad only wanted 2, and they had our brother. And so my dad was like, after this one, we're done. And then the universe was like, just kidding. She gets the 3 she wanted.
Oh, that's cute.
So usurped. But
My is that so my parents had my brother, and then my mom like almost died having my brother, and my brother was a blue baby, and it was like a whole thing.
mhm,
So the doctors literally were like, "Do not have another baby. Like
mhm.
you are gonna die." And so that's why it took me forever to get here, because like it was just like they weren't gonna have another kid, and then hello, here I am. And so my mom was like almost 40, so she had to get all these tests done. Well, they did the test where they like this is my parents' favorite story to tell. So I know it because I've heard it a million times in my life. The test where they like stick the needle in the mom's belly, and then they try to get like there's like fluid that they're gonna like test. And it
Mhm.
was like, I think, to test to make sure I didn't have like Down syndrome or like anything wrong with me. I do have everything wrong with me.
Same.
Um, apparently, my silly little goofy fetus grabbed the needle, like in the womb, like held onto the needle, and my mom started freaking out, and the nurses started freaking out, and finally a nurse came in and like was like, like tickling, like pushing and tickling on my mom's stomach to get me to move. And
That's
so that
wild.
that's my dad's thing of saying that I was the devil child.
Also, I wanna know if Bailey is actually playing this out loud while walking through Target.
Oh, I hope so, because I hope the people of Target hear that I was the devil child.
They'll be like, "What is this woman watching?"
As Mabel's sitting there like,
No, Mabel's at her grandma's.
oh, did I miss that?
Yeah, where is it? It's way up
I'm
here.
I'm no thoughts head empty right now. I don't know anything.
Yeah, Mabel's at grandma's now.
No.
She is playing it out loud. "Hello, people of Target."
Hey. I was gonna say joke, but then I didn't think of it fast enough.
But yeah, no, so our moms were about the same age when they had us. Fun fact no one asked for.
Fun fact list. What else? Oh my gosh. I'm exposing everything. I'm not saying names, so it's okay. You want to see this picture that my aunt sent me of my dad, and she was like, "I think this is high school," and I'm like, "There's no way this is high school, but it could be."
Yeah.
Full grown beard.
Oh man, the shirt, the pose, the beard. My dad used to have a mustache, which was a wrong move. Luckily, it didn't exist in my lifetime. I don't know how my mother fell in love with him, but um, it was a really bad mustache. Listen, and he also has these yearbook photos from high school, and he was on the basketball team, which is funny because he's shorter than I am, and um, and he wore gold high tops for basketball team had gold high tops. What a time to be alive.
um,
Yeah.
always had a mustache and beard my entire life, always. And if he did shave, he would only shave his beard, but it would still be like really stubbly. He would just shave it like to make sure it's not like a full beard,
Mhm.
and then he would keep his mustache. And my mom said that one time when they were dating, she convinced him to shave his mustache, and she did. And he did. And she said that was a mistake, and he never did it again.
Oh man.
Not have a top lip. Like his lip was like flat, and so his mustache like covered it.
Okay.
And that's so mean, like, but my dad always, not because of that, just because he liked it, he always wanted to have a mustache and beard. So my entire life, I never saw my dad without a mustache, at
That's
least,
crazy.
and always a beard too. But
Yeah, no, my dad, if he, like, doesn't shave for, like, a day, I'm like, "This is weird."
you're like, go shave right now.
Go shave. Um, my favorite thing is that not only did Bailey send this, but Bailey had to stop in Target and type this. My dad had a mohawk his senior year, and now we know.
And now anytime I see a picture of Bailey's dad, I'm gonna think about the mohawk.
Mohawk days. That's all. That's all that's in the brain. My cousins have gone through, like, a variety of hairstyles that have been unfortunate. Um, the summer where they almost all had mullets, I nearly perished. They all, for the most part, like, a ton of them play rugby, and mullets are, like, pretty big in the rugby world,
Yeah.
and it was just a bad summer. So, like, every photo that we have of that summer is, like, a cursed photo because it'll be just a photo of us hanging out, but they have mullets, and so it's terrible. It's just bad. I didn't
I
know what to do with myself.
I love a mullet. Would I ever try to be with someone that had a mullet? No, unless it was like for a joke and it looked really, really good.
Mhm.
But if John would never have a mullet, he can't even grow his hair out. But high fade, skin tight, I gotta live with apparently. Um, ugh, just kidding. Um, that's so silly. I don't know where I was going with what I was saying, but that is so silly.
Yeah. Alright. Are we ready for another sprint?
Yes, so Bailey can do her Target thing, and we're not distracting.
I like a Bailey, you can leave. That's okay.
No, I knew a mullet was gonna be Bailey's vibe. Just think about, like Luke Combs does not have a mullet, but when I think of Luke Combs, I think of people that have mullets, and so I know.
This is upsetting, Bailey. Truthfully. Oh, sorry, before we sprint, I have to say this is that the other day I felt the biggest victory in my life when Jif peanut butter was recalled, and I remember the conversation when Bailey was roasting me alive for not getting Jif. And I'm sorry if you had bad peanut butter, Bailey, but I have to say, I felt vindictive in that moment.
I have never bought Jif ever.
Bailey, did you know this?
Because here's the thing, I used to not eat peanut butter ever. Like unless it was given to me, I did not seek out peanut butter. And so my mom loves peanut butter. And so she would buy Peter Pan.
Mm-hmm. That's what we always had in my house growing up.
Yeah. And then now that I'm an adult, I actually have some peanut butter. I'm a cheapskate. So I bought the Kroger brand because I don't care.
Yeah.
And I
just peanut butter.
Yeah, I just want what's cheapest. So
right. Same. Well, we're losing Bailey.
No, please, no, I need to know.
Okay, we should Photoshop a mullet on a jar of Jif peanut butter.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you know how when you like turn your camera off like this and there's a little person?
Yeah.
We should do that and then send it to Bailey and she can make it her person. So she can, when she turns her camera off during a live, that's what you see.
It's just Jif peanut butter with a mullet.
Bailey's like, I'm still breaking up with you.
Is this in regards to Peter Pan peanut butter?
What?
Bailey's dream man. Chris needs to step up. Oh.
Hold on. I gotta. Bailey, one second. What do you. Look, this? It's literally Peter Pan.
That's what I grew up eating.
Yeah. I don't specifically remember this one. I feel like I remember it looking a little different.
They've changed, like, how the logo looks a couple times over the years.
Yeah. Because I don't think I remember him being, like, that prominently green. But he might be, and I'm just an idiot. I don't know, because that's That's a thing. I'm kind of stupid sometimes.
I don't know, you could show me, like, 3 different versions of the Peter Pan peanut butter label, and I'd be like, "Yeah, all of those were definitely real, and none of them could be," you know?
Was this one real?
I've never seen that,
Because
and
it's like the 60s.
I don't like it. The fact that Bailey has never seen this, I bet you're in a Target right now, they sell it.
What if it's like a regional thing? What if like
I doubt it, because we had it in Kansas City, now we have it in Florida too.
oh, and I had it in Texas, so
Yeah.
hmm.
Is Iowa the exception?
Hmm.
No Peter Pan in Iowa.
That's fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. Um, I feel like I want to find something else on my phone to show and have Bailey be like, "I'm breaking up with you," just to be silly.
Okay, I'll look through my camera roll too, and we'll see if we can get Bailey stirred up in Target. Then the people around her will think she's crazy. I'm leaving, but I'll check the Target app. I'm sure they sell it. I'm sure they do.
Martine, how do you feel about cats?
I think the reason I don't particularly like spending time around cats is because I myself am too cat-like.
Oh, okay.
But pictures of them can be cute.
This is Billy. Look at Billy's. He's so cute.
Oh my goodness. Whose cat is he?
My brother's. My brother adopted him like recently, and Billy is just like. Let me find another picture of him.
Bailey hates cats, so I think you succeeded.
I know. I was like, look at Billy.
Oh,
Big Billy.
I just have screenshots from ebooks I've read. That's
I know exactly what's gonna stir Bailey up. Not really. I just think it's funny. Here's a picture of. Hold on. I've changed my mind in which picture I would like to show. So I must find a new one. Here's a picture of the best looking man on the planet. Cillian Murphy. Thank
yeah,
you.
I know who it is. I don't understand why it's going to stir Bailey up.
Because I love talking about Cillian Murphy and Bailey just like rolling her eyes.
Every time you post a picture of him, I'm like, that's Cillian Murphy.
As I'm over here like, look at my baby, he's so cute.
I found this selfie of myself that I think is pretty funny.
That's cute.
Oh. Bad influence. Now you have me scrolling through all my photos instead of reading.
Okay, we can each show one more picture.
Okay.
What? Pictures aren't that funny. Gosh darn it. Is that a video? No, it's a video. Here's my dog after she had to get. That's a video. So let me try to find a picture, or let me just pause the video. Here's my dog. She popped a blood vessel in her ear, and so she had to get it drained. And then this is how they sent her home. She has both ears. You could only see one, but I promise you, she has both. It's just
Okay.
Little Russian lady.
Oh. She looks like she's gonna drive in like a convertible.
She's got a little bandana on, her sunglasses, and she's just like,
Hair blown in the wind. Yeah.
see?
Okay. Do you want another 20-minute one, or do you want a different length of time?
20's fine.
20's good. All right. It's like a bonnet, she says. It is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bailey, now that you're out of Target, we're going to read.
I feel so bad. Oh my gosh.
It's okay. All right.
This.
Let's share screen. Yes, thank you. Okay. No, I'm still doing it wrong. Got him. Haha. All right, 20 minutes. Go. Beep, 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 beep. How do we do?
I listened to 5% of my audiobook. Um,
Woohoo.
I was actually gonna read, and I read a couple pages, but then I got distracted. Um, so I was like, let me just listen to my audiobook while I'm distracted.
That's fair. That's fair. I read 18 pages of Little Women. So, making
Oh,
it through. You you told her where she can buy it.
I went to the website, and you can put in your zip code. It tells you what stores sell it.
I'm deeply invested in Bailey trying Peter Pan peanut butter now. I need her to.
I feel like she's gonna try it. She's gonna be like, "This is peanut butter." I don't.
And then we're going to be like, yeah, that's the point about Jif. It's just peanut butter.
Oh,
I read 23 pages of Atlas 6. Heck yes. Are you
I
enjoying
want
it?
so bad.
I'm not sure I want to read it. I got home and started my dishes. Less fun.
Come over and
Yeah.
do my because I don't want to.
I disapprove of this request, but it's your life.
I'm like picturing it. I think Chris should do it. I think it would look silly.
I think it fits his personality, but I will not approve of this. It could be interesting, but not much has happened yet. How far are you into it? Joined halfway through and read 17 pages. Heck yeah, what are you reading? So were you distracted by the peanut butter or was it something else?
Well, at first I got distracted by the peanut butter, and then, excuse me, I was just like on my phone, and then I got up because I was like, I had that little breakfast sandwich, but I'm still hungry. But then in my brain, I had I had problems with food, so I was like, I ate. That's my meal. Like, I shouldn't I shouldn't make something else. Like, you know what I mean? Um, and then I was like, well, I actually haven't drank a lot of water today, so maybe I'm just thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to refill my water bottle, and then I made a regular water, and then I made a flavored water, and then I had to refill the Brita, and then it was just like a whole thing. Because the Brita is really big.
I started eating mini rainbow frogs. Here, let me find a good one to show you. Like, you can't really tell that it's a frog shape, but it's a frog.
Uh-huh.
It's a gummy.
That's cute.
Yeah, they're so tiny. But I was like, yeah, I'm getting hungry. I also love snacking when I'm reading, but it's complicated because if I'm reading a physical book and I'm trying to read physical books right now, I don't want to get anything on the physical book, especially because like I'm borrowing this book, right?
Yeah.
But like I want chips or something right now, but then I'd get stuff on this, so I was like, the mini frogs will be good.
Mm-hmm. If you get anything on the book, it's just like your little sticky fingers
Yeah.
that no one will notice.
He has a receding hairline, so it probably looks silly.
I gotta call Chris right now. Hey, your wife is dragging you on this live.
Oh, I'm 64 pages in. Okay, so not too far in. How long is that book? Let me look it up. Atlas 6.
I feel like my brain wants to say it's really big, but it's probably like an average page count.
Yeah, it's 384 pages.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty average.
TikTok sensation.
Yeah, my thing is like, that's one of the books, and tell me if you experience this with a lot of books, but I feel like more often than hearing like good and or bad reviews about books, I hear hype about books that people are excited to read but have not read yet. So like, I don't think I've heard a single actual review of Atlas 6. I've just heard people be like, I want to read this.
So there is an account, a booktube account that I actually really like to watch her videos. I rarely comment because I'm a creeper sometimes on like not my friends. I'll just watch and not comment, which is horrible. But she read it and she loved it. That she has the like original copy that like everybody who on TikTok had it, and then she just recently got the like brand new hardcover.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's different stuff, like it's changed or whatever.
Because it's trad pubbed now, right?
Yeah, because I think Tor picked it up. And so she's reading it again, but she's reading the new version.
Mm-hmm.
And so she loved it.
Is she liking the new version?
Let me see. I think she already finished it, but I think she liked it just the same. Like, I don't think it was drastically different enough for her to be like, wow, I dislike this.
The second book in the Heroes of Olympus series. Is that the one that starts with the lost hero? I don't know. I have 233 pages left and I'm trying to finish it before the month ends. You can do it! I better not get close to finishing this book because that would defeat the whole purpose of being the one that I start. But I'm enjoying it so far. Hooray.
Hooray! How far are you?
I'm 84 pages in, which is like, let me check Bookly, 17%.
Okay.
Which is more than I thought I'd be in. But yeah, I don't know. I never review books on Goodreads, but I'll try to review this one. I'd appreciate that because I gotta know. Should I waste my time with it? Says the person who like reads books she actively thinks she will dislike.
Watched some video and you were talking about a book, and I feel like I looked away for a second and looked back, and you were like, "This book sucks." Why did I read this? And I was like, basically, you said that. I was like, what? And she was like, what did you say? All I remember, it was the one where the cover is like kind of black and then it's got like a big green strip in the middle. I think, one second. Let me find the video. I watched it yesterday, so.
What book is it? Black with green in the middle.
One second.
I'm curious now.
Am I just making things up? Maybe I just made that.
You might be. I mean, there was a book, I think it was in the video I posted the other day, that was green and that I hated, but it wasn't black with a green stripe.
Wow, I'm a dummy if I just made up what the cover looks like.
But there's a huge chance that I just don't remember what books I read because.
Wow, I did make it up because it is more green than a stripe. It was this one.
Yep, that is the one that I thought you were talking about. It's entirely green.
I'm sorry.
Actively reading a book one doesn't like. Who doesn't like to hate read once in a while? I maybe do it too often, I think. Yes, that's the book. Listen, we all know I hated it.
See, I love that I could paid enough attention to know what it kind of looked like and that you hated it, but I did not retain the title because
I listen. Usually I don't dislike books so vehemently, but that one got me. And I was so allergic to that book. Like every time I opened it, my eyes started to water, like they got itchy, and I needed to sneeze. Like,
do you want to hear? I don't know if I think I did say it in a wrap up once, but my unpopular opinion of the book that I absolutely hate with a burning passion. I hate it. I gave it 1 star. The Spanish Love Deception. I never give books 1 star.
okay.
I hated it.
I've heard some mixed things about that one. I've seen some really bad Goodreads reviews for it. It was popular on TikTok, right?
So I think it was popular with like the non-reader readers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I never look at Book Talk because it scares me a little bit. And I know it does, but like I know there are lots of different genres on it because like every time I talk about Book Talk, the first thing I say is it's like not the genres I like to read. And people are like, well, there's more than one genre represented. I'm like, sure, but like the most popular accounts are just things I don't like to read. And because it's short form content, you don't get as much of the personality like you do on YouTube. So like there are people who I follow their accounts on YouTube and I don't love the same types of books that they do, but I'm there for the personality and them just generally talking about books. But Book Talk, it's like direct recommendations about things, and there are books that I'm not gonna like. glad I'm not alone. I do not trust Book Talk to the point where I refuse to even make a video where I try just reading their recommendations because it wouldn't be good.
So I somehow I'm on like the normal Book Talk that everybody else is on, that like just the general what you always see, and then a good amount of the time I get like horror Book Talk, and I'm really into it. Like I haven't read any of the books that I've been recommended, but honestly, I don't care about what Book Talk has to say because the popular videos are recommending the same like 7 books every single video that it just gets annoying.
Yeah. And they're also books that have already had that phase on other platforms. Like, it's just the same books that have had their moment on like Bookstagram or BookTube, all of those things, and we're just repeating it again. Plus, like, smut.
Yep.
Those 2 things. It's either Sarah J. Maas or
it's Sarah J. Maas, Colleen Hoover, or smut.
Yeah. It's a Book Talk hype book, but everyone I know hated The Spanish Love Deception.
Thank you.
There we go.
I really get hate on it.
That makes me want to read it, Nessa says.
People like it. I just thought it was way too long. Yes.
Guys, I just discovered this brand new author no one's ever read before. Rick Riordan.
I will pull up both of our Goodreads and show you us reading Colleen Hoover in 2014. So literally, all these people that are like, "Oh my gosh, Colleen Hoover is just the best." I'm like, "Where were you in 2014?" Oh wait.
Yeah. Meanwhile, with like someone like Stasia, I'm like, Stasia has been a Colleen Hoover stan, right? Like, Stasia's always been there, right? But some of these other people, I'm like, no. And it's funny because the reason that I've never read a Colleen Hoover is because the first review I ever saw of a Colleen Hoover book was for Ugly Love. And it was, what is his name? His name's like Caleb Joseph or something.
That's the one I read in 2014, and it's my favorite, but I do not remember a damn thing.
And the whole vlog was just him absolutely trashing it. The vlog was titled like Reading the Worst Book Ever or something. And it was just 45 minutes of him absolutely slamming this book. And that was like my first introduction to Colleen Hoover.
So good.
So I'll definitely read Colleen Hoover someday, but I have to tell you, that was like a 360 flip from seeing that video, and then all of a sudden everybody loves her. Once the algorithm knows you, you'll get really good, nice recs because the For You page doesn't depend on view count. Yeah, no, that's one thing that I like about the TikTok algorithm. Unfortunately, like spending the effort to tell TikTok enough about me for it to do that is such a pain to me.
Mine got it real quick. Like because I have a regular TikTok that I watch and send videos on, and then I have my Book Talk where I like strictly like book type videos, so it knows. My regular TikTok, it knew real quick what to show me because there's something that other people send me, and I'm like, what? You're watching that? You get this? I'm like, that's weird. And then I look at mine, and I'm like, mine is actually weird.
Yeah, no, it's bad because I spent like months not watching TikTok because, okay, in my dorm room at school, it like didn't push Wi-Fi to my phone.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, well, I'm not wasting data on this. Like, I don't have enough to do that. So I like didn't watch TikTok. And so now my For You page is like a hot mess. And it's to the point where now I have the 2 separate accounts, right? I have mine, and then I have the Heartstopper one. And sometimes I watch the For You page on the Heartstopper one, sometimes on mine. And the number of times it has shown me the same video on both For You pages is so annoyingly large. And it's not even like the favorite ones that I get. It's just random ones. And I'm like, TikTok, you think you know me, but you don't.
That's the tea. That is the tea. I get it. I understand. That's all.
I feel seen. I feel seen.
This happened last night, so I have to share. I was supposed to be reading, but I was also so I was reading on my iPad, laying here. I
Mhm.
had Critical Role playing, and I was like trying to read and watch Critical Role. It was a whole thing. Well, I paused my reading and I pulled up TikTok, and a couple videos in was this girl, and it was a video of her dog, and you could hear her voice, and it was like, "Oh, June's in labor. Like, we're gonna go live, and she's gonna have her puppies." And I was like, "What?" And so I saw she was live, and I was like, "Oh, this is like right now. Like, this dog is having her puppies right now." And so, never seen this girl before, never seen this dog before. Click on the live. She has 6 puppies around her, and the girl's like, "June has one more puppy left." And I swear, I watched that for 20 minutes, just going, "When's she gonna have her puppy?" Like, just watching. And she's like, the dog's like licking all of her puppies. Like, the puppies are feeding on her. And then all of a sudden, the girl's like, "Okay, she's pushing." And so she moves all the puppies. And then she has this puppy, and the puppy's like white. And so I'm like, "Oh God." Oh, like, it's like a lot. Like, this is not like reenacted. Like, this dog just had a puppy and it's white. And I'm like, "Oh God, the puppy's not alive." Like, I'm freaking out. And then the girl resuscitates the puppy. You don't see it. She like pulls the puppy away and like gets all the gunk out of its mouth and stuff. But like, and then the puppy like starts crying, and then she gives the puppy to the mom. And I was just like, it was like 45 minutes of this, and I was just shaking. I was like, why am I watching this?
That's crazy. I tried to scroll through lives today to see if, like, anybody's got some interesting ideas, and it was only really weird stuff, so I will not be doing that again. We're so shocked, Bailey.
I sometimes I get on Mom Talk, but not like hardcore. It's just like 1 or 2 videos, and then I don't see it for a while.
I get all my indigenous and neurodiverse books from my TikTok, but it really took some effort. That's dedication that I like to see, though. I appreciate that. At least
My bro-
somebody's making it.
my brother sent me 2 or 3 different TikToks, and he was like, "Have you read any of these books?" And I watched the TikTok because he's not on Book Talk at all, but he is on like gay TikTok, and so
Mm.
that got it because all the books were like gay books, and so I was like, "No, actually, I haven't heard of any of these books." And so I started looking at those accounts that he sent me and liking their videos and like putting stuff on my Goodreads, and then now I get a little bit more LGBT book talk than I was, and I'm very
Mhm.
thankful for it.
Yeah, the book videos that I see on my Heartstopper TikTok are, like, all queer because it's like, "Oh, we're only showing her Heartstopper stuff right now." But on my other account, I just scroll through all the book things that come up, like, scroll right past them because it's not I don't want it. Oh. Alright, do we wanna do another sprint soon?
Oh no. Oh no. Yes, but I'm gonna be honest. Adrian, I just got a notification, posted a video, and I feel like I'm gonna watch it during the sprint and not read. So I need.
Well, I mean, if you want to, that's your prerogative. When is your video today coming out?
It comes out in 30 minutes, and it's my June TBR. So check it out. I don't know why I'm pointing down. This is my channel name. My video comes out in 30 minutes. Go watch my
How do I
other way. Keep going. Little more down. Little more. There we go. Yeah. No, I'm wrong. No, I'm wrong. Yeah. Now whoever isn't subscribed is gonna be like, "I'm not going to her channel."
Oh,
Um,
okay. How long is that video?
14, 12 minutes.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. How long is the video that you wanna watch right now?
It's 21, but I'm probably not gonna watch it. I put it in my playlist to watch later. Um,
Okay. Then let's do a 20-minute sprint now.
okay.
We'll talk for a few minutes. Then we'll sprint again so I can watch your video.
Okay.
Sounds good? Sound good? Okay. Let me share screen. Let's
You'll
pull
put
it
the
up.
video and be like, "We're watching Kayla's video." Come back in 15 minutes.
All right, ready?
Go.
Alrighty. How did we do?
I listened to 4% of my audiobook, and I read a fan fiction on my phone.
Heck yeah. I read 19 pages of Little Women, so I'm 21% of the way into it now. Hooray.
Wow.
And I charged my computer a little bit because she's not doing well.
I love when I go online, and I always, right before I get on a live, I try to make sure my iPad is at 100%, and then I leave it plugged in while I'm live, just in case. But I love seeing that it's charging, but it's actively losing battery while it's charging, like, because it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Because it's charging, but we're on 81, and I started the live at like 99%.
I went and said hi to all my villagers on Animal Crossing and made lunch. A worthy pursuit. What did you make for lunch?
Tea. I know what she made for lunch. I know what she made for lunch.
Well, I'm curious. Bailey, you have to tell me.
Me picks up 3
tacos.
Yay!
Yeah, why are you picking up so many things?
Well, I have my coffee, and then I have my flavored water. I have my
And then your regular water? Okay. Okay. Read 32 pages. Heck yes. We're losing steam.
The morning for me.
Yeah, it's almost 2 p.m. for me.
Oh,
and I've
yeah,
been up since like 6, so
Ooh.
it's been
Icky.
a while. It's been a while. I read Nothing Necessary. Congrats. We're glad you're still here. I mean, oh.
My favorite thing is to be watching like a reading sprint, and then be like, okay, we'll be back in 30 minutes. And that whole 30 minutes, I'm like, la 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 la. Like, not, because, and I don't comment. If it's not my friends, I don't comment in live streams, usually. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just like.
You're just kind of there?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. I'm going to do Bailey and make lunch. Heck yeah. Are you also going to make tacos, or are you going to make something else?
I wish I could make tacos. I can't.
That is sad. I am already thinking about dinner. And I don't know what we're going to have, because the plan is, after I log off of this, my parents and I are going to go over to their place of work, and I'm going to help them move some things around. And then my dad wants to clear some old psychology books off of his shelf in his office. And one of the other professor's offices, they're trying to get rid of some books. And he's like, do you want to look at them and pick them, like which ones you want? And I was like, yes. So I'm going to do that, as if I don't have enough psychology books that I'll never read. And then we're going to get dinner somewhere. So.
Ooh. Okay, question, but vague answers are hopefully required. Do your parents work at the same place of work?
Yes.
Do they do the same thing generally?
In
the same department, question mark.
Yes, same department, because they met at this place before they were working there, when they were grad students there.
Okay.
Yeah. So they got married in their major professor's backyard. Yep.
That's freaking nerdy, and I love it.
Yeah, and it's that professor whose books I'm going to go look at today.
So. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Just join. I'll be reading Eclipse by Stephanie Meyer. Hooray! We're going to be sprinting again soon, because Kayla's video is about to come out, and I want to watch it. Probably not tacos, but they sound good. They do. I cannot agree with this statement, but I'm happy for you.
I made taquitos last night, and lots of sour cream. I love sour cream.
I feel like everybody else in the world loves it, and I just don't. But I also feel like I haven't really tried it, especially not in a really long time. It just seems like something I would not like, if that makes sense.
Anything that could possibly have sour cream put in it, I will put it in. Like,
The
I'll make tortilla soup, sour cream and cheese is going in that. Sometimes I make chili and I put sour cream in it with cheese.
the funny thing for me is though, I like sour cream and onion chips,
Oh, so good.
but like I feel like that's different, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think my issue with sour cream would not be the taste, it would be the texture.
That's why I think if you like mix it with it, like sour cream in a ranch packet, you just made ranch dip.
I don't like ranch.
Okay, never mind.
Any A lot of like dip textures I can't get behind. So like salad dressings I don't use. I can't.
What do you put on your salads?
Nothing?
You eat raw lettuce? The
Yes.
whole point of the salad is the dressing.
It's not though. It's the vegetables. No.
The whole
Um
flavor profile is the dressing.
this is probably weird, but sour cream with hot Cheetos.
I
Listen,
have, I have both things. I'm gonna do it right now. Okay.
okay,
Yes.
we need to try this. Personally, what was I saying?
Dress salad dressings.
Right. Right. Whole flavor profile. It's a plate of veggies. It tastes like veggies. That's the flavor profile.
No, veggies taste like nothing.
No, they do taste like something. All vegetables taste like that vegetable. We lost you for a
My
second.
kitchen doesn't like the internet. Yeah, it's because I moved to the kitchen and the internet hates me over here. Okay, Nessa, these are the hot Cheetos that I have. Is that okay? I think so. This is the sour cream that I have. I don't have cottage cheese, but on my way to the store right now. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. I don't want to do this on screen, so 1 second.
First, I was really confused why everyone's so obsessed with sour cream, but then I realized it's something different in Germany. What is it in Germany?
Yeah, I actually think I know that it's different. I don't know what it is, but I've heard that it is not the same thing.
Is this your view of vegetables, Bailey? See, my parents, we were a little weird, okay? My parents, at every like lunch and dinner, there's like a tub of raw vegetables on the table. That's part of your meal, is you just eat raw vegetables. Then my mother tricked me as a child. And if I ate all my food, she'd be like, "You were so good." And I was stupid. I was like 2, right? She's like, "Do you want some vegetable candy?" Which, if you were wondering, is just frozen green beans. And it worked. And now I have the weirdest affinity for frozen green beans. That is so hard to explain to literally everybody else in the world because they're like, nobody eats frozen green beans just frozen. And I'm like, but they do. Because me.
I love that.
How's the taste test going?
Very good. Very weird because the only reason it's weird is because when I think of hot Cheetos, I don't think of sour cream. So like the idea of them together is awkward, but it's really good.
Just awkward.
But my brain is confused because I have problems with like calories and I hyper focus on them and I should not. So while it probably is negligible, the idea of putting these two things together is like you're eating too many calories, but like it's fine. It doesn't matter.
It's 100% fine. I'm sorry, just the way you said this, Bailey, was Wait, I'm sorry. I need to take a picture of this because that's such a funny quote.
I've gotta go.
Interesting. I'm just stuck here. This is where my brain lives now.
But isn't that what is our sour cream then?
Okay, I need to look this up. German sour cream versus American.
Because the ingredients literally say cultured cream. Those are the ingredients.
Okay, apparently the fat content in American sour cream is comparable to, and I'm definitely pronouncing this wrong, schmand.
Unknown.
Yep, there it is. It's incorrectly pronounced schmand.
Incorrectly pronounced.
I learned something new about Germany. Thank you. Thank you for educating me.
I want to go so bad. I want to go to Europe so bad.
Me too. I want to go to France and like especially the south of France. Yes. South of France.
If y'all ever catch me in Ireland, I might find a new husband on accident. Like, watch out. I feel like that's what ours tastes like.
I cannot speak to that.
Sour, unsweetened yogurt. But I feel like ours tastes like that, but just there's a little thing that's different. I can't put my brain to it.
Yeah, I think it's just different like ratios. From my Google search, that's what it seemed to be. It was like different proportions of things, I think. I was thinking something and now I'm not, which is a little frustrating. Instead, I'm just living here.
So now I've been thinking about this. The reason why I think this is good is because now that I'm like really thinking about how things are made, ranch dip is literally sour cream in a ranch packet, like ranch chip dip. It's the same thing, just without the ranch packet. So that's why it's not bad. I mean, that's why it's not. It just doesn't taste exactly correct. I had a stroke for a second. It tastes exactly correct because there's no ranch seasoning. But it's the same thing as if I were to dip these chips into a ranch dip.
I don't think I'd like that. That does not sound up my alley.
Well, I'm into it.
Our sour cream is more hearty.
I love how we're having this sour cream debate. Like, I can't.
Bailey regrets it, actually.
No, I'm okay. Regret it.
I seriously had something interesting to say, but it's gone. That's so upsetting. I just wanna be interesting for a minute, and it's not. Not working.
Ew. Well, sorry to show you guys the whole kitchen like that.
We only discuss important topics. Absolutely. All right. Your video's out now, right?
Oh, yeah. If y'all want to go watch my... Hold on. I'm so sorry. Oh, gosh. We're not allowed to have dogs. Where did that dog come from? Sorry. My brain is a little everywhere. Yes, I apologize. My video is out now. If we would like to sprint, and I'll go watch it.
Okay, I was confused a second because I heard I'll go watch it, and I was like, why are you going to watch it? But you said I'll go watch it.
Yes.
Okay.
But I can watch it also. Good. I can test it.
Okay. Let's give ourselves a 20-minute sprint. It's enough to watch the video. It's more than enough for me because I watched it on 2 times the speed. But we'll watch the video.
Let's not get into that.
we'll maybe grab a little snack or something. 20 minutes. I can't share a screen because I deleted the screen. Let me pull it up again. Not 2 hours, 20 minutes, please. All right. Here we go. Ready? Go. Hello.
Hi.
What did you do? I just watched your video. That's all I did.
I also watched my video. I had to see if it still looked good.
It
Um,
did. It's great.
but I opened Facebook, had a notification. I was like, oh, let me get it off here. So my brother has a podcast with his friend Sydney, and
Mhm.
I'm still in the Discord for it because I was a guest at one point. And
Mhm.
so I Discord notifications, they go into the voice channel, and then they turn on the bot that records, because that's how they record it. And so I was looking and I was like, oh wow, like they're recording a podcast right now, like cool. And then I opened Facebook and it says that my friend Joey is live on Facebook. And I was like, what? And I click on it. And so I have it muted, but I still have Joey's live on. But this is what Joey looks like right now. What a cute guy. I put the volume up and Joey's the guest on the podcast recording. And so he's live on his Facebook and you can only hear what he's saying. But Brandon and Sydney are recording this. So I'm technically cheating because I can hear what Joey's saying and then it'll ruin the podcast in like 2 minutes. But
That's so random. Nessa also watched the video.
yeah, everybody was spamming everybody. Martine was spamming my comment section.
I had to.
It was great.
Had to hype you up. Also, you were saying so many funny things. I just had to write them down.
I don't know where it came. Like I was just filming, and I was like, at a certain point, I paused, and I was like, "What am I doing? I'm being so funny. I hope other people think this is funny."
You're always funny.
And then when I literally the part you see grab detransition baby, and I literally was just like, I literally did that. Like I grabbed the book and I just went, and then my brain went, "Girl, you're filming. Stop. You gotta get out of this."
Oh, good stuff. It was chaotic and I loved it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I even watched it on just regular speed so that you could get the watch time.
You didn't have to.
Yeah, I know I didn't have to, but I wanted to, especially because I didn't want to read in the rest of the sprint. So I was like,
Got it. You're like, I'm this time.
I'm gonna take the time. I also wanted to spam you as much as I could in the comments, and I needed I had enough time to do that. So I did it. Did anybody here read out of curiosity? Or did we just have a watch sprint, which is fine, but I'm just curious. Also, don't worry, Bailey. We will be leaving before the live. We planned this out strategically. We went, what time is book club tomorrow? That's why we were messaging in the Shelf This Book Club chat. If anybody here is not already part of the Shelf This Book Club, you should check it out. I was about to say link in the description as if there is. There's not.
If you go to my video that we all just watched, I linked the Discord.
There we go. So, where you just were, that's where you go. Does the higher video speed affect the watch time? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. Because, like, I take half as much time as other people to watch a video, so it only counts as, like, that much watch time, right? Like, it's actual watch time, right? Mm-hmm. Or am I losing my mind? Now you know. And now we know that German sour cream is different.
That's going to bother me for the rest of my life.
I don't think I know how to read anymore. It's okay. Just ask one of your villagers to read books for you. You'll be okay.
Thank you.
Me holds up a heart, Kayla. Thank you. Oh, I think here's the thing. I think you do know how to read still. I think you've just transitioned to only reading books for Mabel.
Yep.
Full stop. That's it. And the good news about that is that Mabel will one day we're not going to rush it because it's going to be sad, but one day Mabel will grow up and you're going to start reading her longer and longer books. And then you'll be like, that's right. That's how I do this. And will I be sending Mabel Kingdom Keepers even though it's not well written? Yes. When she's at the right age to read Kingdom Keepers, Homegirl will be reading Kingdom Keepers.
Oh?
She's my booktube niece.
No,
small baby forever.
Small baby forever. I'm just a baby.
Oh, I love that sound. Is it from what's it from?
It's from TikTok.
Yeah, I know it's from TikTok, but is it originally from somewhere else or is it just from TikTok? Because
No,
half of TikTok sounds are just like straight up something else. Shove them in.
No, I really think it is a TikTok. Like it is a TikTok of a mom being like, "You have to hold my hand," and the little girl's like, "Look at the baby."
I'm a Junie B. Jones fan. I don't care that it's bad grammar. Here's the thing, though, is like I never read it as a child and went, "This is model grammar. I should reflect this." You know, I wasn't thinking like that. It didn't affect my writing or reading at all. I read so much Junie B. Jones, and I don't think it hurt me in the slightest. So the people that say that, I don't get it.
I get it. Was a Magic Tree House Wishbone girly, and I think because I was a Wishbone girly is why I like history so much. So thanks.
You don't think Magic Tree House influenced that at all either?
Well, I think Wishbone influenced it more.
Okay.
But now that I think about it, Magic Tree House also probably gave it, because I still think about the Titanic one all the time.
I loved Magic Tree House particularly because in first grade I could only read in French because I went to a French school for kindergarten and then I moved to an English school for first grade and I didn't know how to read English, so I had to restart learning how to read, which sucked. So I was at the bottom of my class, and then all the really high level readers in my first grade class were reading Magic Tree House. So that was like my aspiration, was reading Magic Tree House. So the day when I could finally read Magic Tree House books was like a big deal for me.
Oh.
But it eventually did happen. And then I moved right on past them kind of swiftly. So I actually didn't read as many of them. I kind of want to go and read all of them.
You want to do it together?
I definitely would. I just have to figure out how to access all of them. So my library does not have all of them. So we got to figure that out.
I feel like some probably get like a really cheap like bind up of like all of them or something.
How? Let me look up how to buy all Magic Tree House books.
Did you or anybody else in the comments ever read the A to Z mysteries?
Let me look at the covers of them because I'd remember that better.
Those books were my fave.
I saw them, but I didn't really read them.
They're so good. So good.
Okay. How many Magic Tree House books are in this box set? Here's 27 of them. 27 of them. It's just the Merlin missions. $60.
I feel like, so the public library doesn't have any, or like Libby doesn't have any?
My public library got rid of like a ton of books. So there are like barely any physical books in there anymore. During the pandemic, it just like died, I guess. On Libby, they have several of them. And so we could just start going through and see what happens. Because it takes me like 20 minutes to read a Magic Tree House book now. Okay, you can't show me only one book when I type in Magic Tree House that's not even a Magic Tree House book. Oh, is it because I wrote tree house as one word and it did not like that?
Oh, see, these are the audiobooks. But my Libby has them, some of them separately, and the audiobooks are bind ups of 4, and then some the books are separate, and some of the book bind ups of 4 books. That's confusing, what I just said, but yes.
Okay, it actually has a ton of them, is what I've just now learned. And I definitely think we should absolutely buddy read as many Magic Tree House books as we can.
Okay. Does yours have this? This one is the it's a bind up of the first 4.
um, yes.
Okay, you want to borrow it, and then we can figure our lives out. Oh my gosh.
I'd have to place a hold on it. I don't have any holds available.
Okay, so put it in your tags.
It is.
Okay, good. I'll also put it in my tags, and then look at that. That's 4 whatever-a-thon books we could do.
For TBR travelers. Would that count as a portal fantasy?
Oh my god, I think I would count it because
Yeah, I think that's a portal fantasy.
I had no other portal fantasy. I'm gonna tweet Gavin right now. Hey, bud.
Let's all read Magic Tree House.
Magic Trio.
And some of these I like wanted to read as a child, but like they were the more expensive ones at the Scholastic, thing, so I didn't get them. Like all these Merlin missions with their fancy foiled covers just for soccer on Sunday. And I was so jealous of the read it. What the heck? It's Shadow of the Shark. This one looks terrifying.
Oh, I love it. I specifically remember the Titanic one. I specifically remember the Day of the Dragon King.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see. I specifically remember the Thanksgiving one. Oh wait, and the Twister one.
There are so many whose like covers I remember, but that I never read.
Yeah. That's a good one. The Earthquake one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a moment. I need to go on Goodreads and find the actual like reading order.
Do you need Goodreads for it, or can you just Google it?
Oh.
Magic Tree House reading order. Is this a PDF?
Okay, how many are there according to Goodreads? According to Goodreads, there are 35.
I feel like they are more than that.
Yeah. But honestly.
Oh, okay. The classics are 1 through 29, and the Merlin missions are 1 through 27.
Okay. Because that's what I was going to say, because it says that 28 came out in 2003, and then there are other ones that came out in like 2017, 2018, 2019. So like the ones I remember are 1 through 28.
I'm on the Magic Tree House wiki.
Yeah! Heck yeah!
I'm gonna send you a link to this. Does anybody else want to read Magic Tree House with us?
Anybody.
Are we about to start a Magic Tree House read-along? We should, though.
We could. Amy's doing Narnia. Let's do Magic Tree House.
And honestly, a lot shorter books than Narnia.
I actually have never read the Narnia books.
Neither have I, but my sister took so long reading The Final Battle in 4th grade, like it almost killed her spirit.
Aww.
Bailey would join. Mabel would join. I think Mabel should join. You join? Okay, we have to do this now. We're doing this now.
Okay.
It's an announcement video. It's gonna happen.
Do we want to do this in what? Okay.
You've never read them.
We could start in July. We could start, and because they're so short, we could do like 4 books a month.
Yeah. Okay, this is definitely going to happen now. I need to text you after this.
Okay.
Be on the lookout, guys. You heard it here first. There's gonna be a Magic Treehouse read along. Okay. But I kind of want to be able to read some of them for Portal Fantasy for whatever it's on. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We could, okay, yeah, we'll figure it out.
I have fond memories of them. Hopefully they won't get destroyed. I mean, they're children's books and they read like them, but they're a really great series. Has anybody here seen the musical?
There's a musical?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I've heard a couple songs from it. There's one song that makes me cackle every time. Nessa's never read them either.
Nessa, you're joining. I don't care. You're doing it.
This is upsetting, frankly. Okay, we should end this live so that Bailey can go behind the scenes of her live. And there's a what now? Yeah, there's a Magic Treehouse musical. And the fact that you haven't heard of it is it's really bad. But because they've got these full adults playing Jack and Annie. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's so funny. And the lyrics to the songs are like really terrible. But it's incredible that it does exist. I only know because like Chick-fil-A at one point, their like children's prize was a CD of like one or two of the books, and then at the end it had a song from the musical.
Shut up. This is so silly. One more thing before Bailey can go to her thing, or
Yes.
she's already fine. I was explaining this to Ruby, and Ruby did not know this. So I'm hoping that someone else knows this. So in kindergarten, and my brother and I had the same music teacher because she retired my first grade year. So I had her for kindergarten, and my brother also had her when he was in elementary school. We both watched a show in her class, in her music class, and it was called We Sing in Sillyville. Are you familiar?
I gotta look this up.
It's so good. I think about it every day. It's so good. We Sing. 2 E's in we? W-E-E?
Yeah, it's 2 E's in we, because it's We Sing.
Mm-hmm.
The We Sing brand, and then in Sillyville.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I've ever seen this before.
It's on YouTube. You should watch it. It's so good. These two kids and their basset hound. I don't think the basset hound comes with them, but they get transported into a coloring book, and they have to go to the families and give the families their colors back because the colors are disappearing. And they sing.
Okay, I'm sold. I'll have to check it out.
Yes. I just had to bring it up because it's my favorite thing to bring up is We Sing in Sillyville.
Could you message me the title of that so I don't forget it later?
Yeah.
Thanks. All right. We're going to end this broadcast, I think. So, bye guys. Thanks for reading with us. We'll still be on here for one more minute to talk after Kayla, but bye, everyone else.